Warning: this testimony discusses graphic and explicit details that may be triggering to some viewers. Do not watch if you are sensitive to disturbing adult topics. The next witness will use a pseudonym. There is to be no recording.
The witness enters the courtroom.
How do you wish to be identified?
Mia, M-I-A.
Don't show this exhibit. What is it?
My passport.
Show it for the jury only.
I would like to see it too.
Where are you from?
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Who is this?
Sean Combs.
What did you call him?
Puff. I worked for him as personal assistant, then as director of development and acquisitions for Revolt Films.
How was it working there?
Puff's mood changed all the time.
Was he violent to you?
Yes. He's thrown things at me. He's thrown me against the wall, into a pool, ice bucket on my head, slammed my arms into a door. And he sexually assaulted me.
Sexually assaulted you more than once?
More than once.
Did you want to be in the arts?
Yes. This was before social media. I thought if I put my mattress on my car and drove to New York, I could do it. I went to work for Georgina Chapman, red carpet dressing.
Then?
Assistant to Mike Myers.
How did Mr. Combs hire you?
I met with a recruiter. I met with HR and Tony Baez-Fletcher.
Did Mr. Combs interview?
He, at his apartment. He was on the phone wearing his underwear. The HR lady left.
Did he put on clothes?
Yes.
Did you get the job?
Yes, I was excited.
How much did you expect to work?
A lot. But I didn't fully understand.
How much were you paid?
$50,000.
What did you do on your first day?
HR told me I was on trial for 2 weeks.
Where did you start?
His Alpine, New Jersey house. I was there all day.
Then where?
Back to the office for a few hours more. Then I was told Puff wanted me to come to the studio.
How long were you there?
Until 1 p.m. the next day.
Then where did you go?
Puff's apartment, then home.
How fast did you have to return?
I didn't take a nap. I didn't want to risk it.
How much did you sleep during your first 24 hours on the job?
I didn't. I took it as a challenge. There had been a TV show a few years before called I Want to Work for Diddy. It was like that.
How did you deal with the lack of sleep?
When I was young, I'd tell myself, you can sleep at 3 p.m.
Objection!
Overruled.
How long did you stay up once?
5 days. I take Adderall extended release. I could quasi-function and stay awake.
When did you go to sleep?
My hearing went and my equilibrium was off. Blurred vision. Lights that weren't there. I cried.
Were you then told you could sleep?
Yes.
By whom?
Puff.
Why did you stay awake that long?
I was working.
I am introducing exhibits.
This is a long process.
These exhibits are under seal.
We renew our objection.
Admitted under seal.
Mia, what is this?
A list of my responsibilities. I sent to Tony Baez-Fletcher on November 10th, 2011. Puff has said, I don't know what you do all day.
Let's focus on a few things in this document. Please read this, Mia.
All of PD's social media presence.
Who is PD?
Sean Combs. Puff Daddy, I wrote. Main liaison between PD and Hollywood.
Did you do that?
Blackberry 24/7. I wrote, anticipate his moods.
Why was that important?
It dictated the day.
You wrote, every day is different.
And that he could ask you to crack his knuckles or do his taxes.
Did you have an apartment?
Yes, in NYC.
Were you there much?
No, my roommates joked they lived with a ghost.
In LA, where did you stay?
In the staff house, then in Puff's house, 9933 Beverly Grove, then 9374 Beverly Crest Drive, then 200 South Mapleton.
In Miami?
2-star.
Could you leave?
Only with Puff's permission. Once I left at 2 a.m. after he was asleep. I got in big trouble.
What happened?
Security called me to say he was sending them to find me. It was at the first LA house, 2009 or 2010.
Were you allowed to lock your bedroom door?
No, he said, it's my house. No one locks my doors in my house. So it wasn't really my room.
But did security get to lock their doors?
Yes, one had a deadbolt, another a keypad. I was told they were actively hiring other assistants.
How long to Malcolm, the assistant who was there when you started, stay?
7 or 8 months.
Were you the only one then?
Yeah, for like a year.
How did you feel?
I didn't have time to feel. It was insane. Puff gave me a pep talk, like we were a team. He said, I need a second brain.
Did he hire more?
Yes, eventually. But I still felt like I was responsible.
You got punished?
In various ways. Getting cursed out, my intelligence insulted, and my job threatened.
Who did those things?
Puff.
Who's this?
George Kaplan. He was another personal assistant for Puff after me.
What was Revolt Films?
Puff and I started it together.
Were you still performing personal assistant duties?
Yes.
How much did you get paid?
$70,000, then $100,000. There were supposed to be bonuses.
Did you get them?
No.
Let's break.
They return after a break.
GX2A401. Who is this?
Cassie Ventura.
How did you know her?
Working for Puff, we became close friends.
Still today?
Yes.
How was their relationship?
Highs and lows, unequal.
Was there violence in their relationship?
Yes.
We'll get back to that. What was Mr. Combs's role with respect to her career?
He decided on everything, shows, the look.
3T107R. What is this?
And mail from Cass to Puff and others, me.
When did she send it?
It was 4 a.m. It says 7 a.m. But we were in California. It was one of their hotel nights.
What did she write?
She was canceling, apologizing to Interscope and others.
Did Mr. Combs respond? Please read.
Cass wrote about telling Slevin Hill.
What did she mean, do you think?
Stephen Hill of Bet. Cass wrote no support, no show.
Why did you forward this to Tony Fletcher?
I had to keep her informed. She was in charge of booking hotels.
Did you ever see Mr. Combs on a movie set?
Yes. Everyone would be very nervous. He would insert himself.
What was his role with respect to Cassie's appearance?
He was in charge of it.
Did you have exposure to Cassie's finances?
Yes.
How?
I learned the company paid her credit cards, and that the places where she lived were under his company names. And her cars.
Did he take things away?
Yes. Cars and jewelry and support. If he couldn't get her on the phone, he'd keep tabs on her through me.
Was it part of your job to spend this time with Cassie?
Yes, I had to do whatever Puff told me to do.
Could you go where you wanted?
No, we had to be where Puff told us we could be.
And if not?
Something very scary. The punishment was unpredictable but terrifying.
We'll talk some more about that as we get through your testimony. How would Mr. Combs communicate with Ms. Ventura?
Sometimes through me.
Did you see violence? What kind?
I saw a lot of aftermaths and injuries she had. I've seen him attack her and throw her on the ground. I've seen him, crack her head open. I've seen him chase her. Things like that.
Did she fight back?
No.
What did you hear and see?
Suitcases being thrown into the foyer.
Did you see Cassie after that?
She was outside, crying in a bush. She looked terrified. She gestured, "I'm hiding, I'm not here."
What did you do?
Retreated.
Did you tell anyone?
I think the chef was in the kitchen. The sentiment was like,
Objection.
Sustained.
What did the chef say to you?
Objection.
Not for the truth.
Sustained.
What happened in Cassie's apartment?
we were there, me, Cass, and Deontay Nash,
What were you doing?
helping her pack for a big trip to London. Puff came banging on the door, very irate.
How did he get in?
He from front desk.
What was Mr. Combs asking Cassie?
He said, "Have you been drinking or something?" She hadn't answered his calls.
What did Mr. Combs do?
He came after me and Deontay screaming, "Has she been drinking?" He was crazy aggressive. He attacked her. He threw her to the ground. Me and Deontay jumped in and tried to stop it.
What did you do?
Deontay is very small in comparison to Puff. There was a little tornado going on. He had Deontay in a position where I was scared he was going to kill him, so I jumped on Puff, but he threw me off and against the wall. I felt like I was in slow motion. I realized we were in big danger. He ran into the bedroom and grabbed Cass. Under her bed is this wood bed platform. He slammed her head into the corner.
What injuries did Cassie get?
Her head was gushing blood.
What did Mr. Combs do?
He got into protector/survivor mode. He said to call Dr. So-and-so. Tell them Cass was drunk and hit her head.
Why did you do it?
Puff said to. His eyes were black. It was like he was looking through me. He was like completely,
Let's get a next question.
Did you see Mr. Combs take drugs?
yes.
When he was high, how did he appear?
Sometimes the life of the party, or hyper.
Where was this?
Ibiza, or Burning Man, or music conferences?
When he smashed her head, did he seem high?
No.
Did you go to Prince's party?
Yes.
What happened the night before?
Big award ceremony. Suite in the Beverly. He told me to stay with Cassie, that he was going to be at his house with his kids. But then I heard about Prince's party.
What did you do?
Cass and I debated like little kids if we should sneak out of the house and go to Prince's party. Prince performed on a little table. Then I saw Puff come in, with his bucket hat. We locked eyes. I thought, oh crap, Cass just booked it.
Where did you go?
Across the street there were woods or bushes. But Puff caught Cass and had her on the ground. Puff started to attack her, but Prince's security quickly intervened.
And later?
I went to another hotel. The next day, HR told me Puff was suspending me without pay.
Did she say why?
That Puff said I was being insubordinate.
Break.
The jury leaves the courtroom.
Ms. Smicer, how much longer with me as direct?
The rest of the day. We'd like her off the stand by the end of the week.
This is a problem. First it was a flight, now this.
I have not cut anything. I let Mr. Donaldson take the time we wanted.
I am not blaming the court. It's a pattern I'm seeing.
It's common courtesy.
I don't know how long Mr. Steele's cross will be. They don't need to put these things on the record.
If we can complete this witness this week, fantastic. It keeps things moving.
Many of our witnesses are flying from across the country. We need to know for flights next week, Monday. Mr. Nash's cross was twice as long as the direct. Mr. Steele told us he anticipates his cross being an hour and a half or 2 hours, in no event longer than direct. Not to hold him to it.
I want to keep on schedule.
How late will we be going?
Latest 4 p.m. Now break.
They return after the break.
We have subpoenaed from Verizon phone records. Ms. Garagos has agreed that if Your Honor finds them admissible, you can give them to us and we to them.
That's fine.
Let's get Mia back. All rise.
Mia, you were speaking about violence between Mr. Combs and Cassie. Have you traveled to Turks and Caicos?
Yes, to Parrot Key, twice. In 2012, me, Puff, and Cass.
What happened?
I was sleeping in my bedroom and I was woken up. Cass ran in saying, "You've got to help me, he's going to kill me."
What did you do?
We started pushing furniture in front of the door to try to block it. Puff was banging and screaming. I had a porch that went out to the beach. We ran.
What do you remember about running?
I remember being amazed that even while running fast, we could be attacked by bugs.
Did you run another time?
I have another visual of where we were hiding, of trying to escape like 2 separate times. We got onto paddleboards and went out on the water. Puff was on the beach screaming at us. It was flat and we went out far. Puff got smaller and smaller on the beach. The sky got dark and
Objection!
Overruled.
we went back.
Did you ever call police?
No,
Why not?
I believed Puff's authority was above the police. This was before social media and the Me Too movement. There were no examples of people standing up. I thought it was under the confidentiality deal with Puff's business.
What's this?
A photo of Cass eating a hot dog at the premiere of her movie, The Perfect Match. She has bruising under her makeup. I took this photo.
Any other injuries covered up on a red carpet?
Yes, at Cannes Film Festival.
What injuries did you see?
A busted lip. She was injured.
Where were you?
In her hotel room, with Larry Sims, her hairstylist.
Did you learn how she got the injuries?
Cass had an audio recording of Puff attacking her.
How did Cassie sound on the audio recording?
Objection!
Overruled.
Panicked. I heard the sound of someone getting hit.
Did you go to events?
The premiere of Brad Pitt's movie, Killing Them Softly.
What happened at the premiere?
Puff was digging his nails into her arm and talking low.
What would Mr. Combs ask you to do?
Take care of her. I'd bring her arnica gel.
For what?
Bruises.
Let's turn to December 22nd, 2011.
At Puff's house, the mood was darker than normal. This was more of a, Puff was upset.
What did he tell him?
That Cass had been talking to somebody else.
Who?
Kid Cudi.
How was he?
He seemed heartbroken. It was ominous. I'd never witnessed Cass to do something to really cause him to be upset. I felt something bad would happen.
Did you then see her?
In a black car with Capricorn Clark.
Did you reach out to anyone?
Yes, to D-Rock.
3T112. What is this?
My emails with D-Rock.
Only the redacted one into evidence.
Same objection.
He was security.
With that foundation, admitted.
Read the messages.
I wrote to D-Rock, "I'm worried about P. This feels different. Hit this email when you get it. Love you."
Were you romantically involved with D-Rock?
Definitely not. That's just how we talked.
Let's talk about the hotel nights. What was your role?
I would, sometimes take them there. Unpack. Set up. I would have to just be on call, essentially. And clean up before housekeeping.
What would you bring?
His lotions and potions. Astroglide and candles. Some of them cheap Glade candles without the label on. They had to be white.
What else would you bring to the hotel?
Anything he forgot at the house. Food, money.
How much?
A lot. Like thousands of dollars.
Do you remember seeing Cassie?
At the London Hotel in New York. I brought something to the room. Cass opened the door. She was wearing a bright blue wig.
How did she appear?
Like she was struggling. I asked, "Are you good?" She closed the door.
Who told you to clean the rooms?
Puff. And the office. It was standard to sweep the room so no housekeeper can sell something to TMZ.
How were the rooms?
Destroyed. Candle wax everywhere. I've seen broken glass. Sometimes blood. Oil on walls.
What would Mr. Combs tell you about the blood?
That it was period blood.
What happened in Cassie's car in LA?
Cass got a call, then told me he wants to do a hotel night I don't want to. She got sick.
After the hotel night?
Man down.
What did that mean?
They'd stay in the room sleeping, only up to eat.
Did you do drugs before you worked for Mr. Combs?
No.
And after?
Yes. MDMA. Puff gave it to me. He said that I was now part of the Breakfast Club.
What did he mean?
Like, the cool club. He said his MDMA was pure. I felt like I was now a friend hanging out, and I could enjoy myself.
Did you take ketamine?
Yes, at Burning Man. We were partying on a tour bus. We had the blackout shades down. He had the drugs on plates. I tried to say no.
What happened?
Puff wouldn't let it go. It turned a little more serious. That I was going to mess up the whole vibe. I tried to fake take it. He got close to my face and humiliated me.
How?
He separated out a dose and made me snort it. I didn't want to fall into the K-hole. I'd seen a person. It looked like an exorcism.
Did you want to take the ketamine?
I didn't feel I had a choice.
Did he take drugs while working?
He was always working, once on the way to Chelsea Handler.
How did Mr. Combs treat you?
Sometimes like best friend and working partner. Sometimes like I was a worthless piece of crap.
How would he compliment you?
My work. He'd give me life advice.
And to tell you you were worthless?
Long, extended rants about how incompetent and stupid I was. Threaten my job.
Anything physical?
Throw things at me.
Did he talk about jobs for you?
Yes. Before Revolt Films, he talked about other companies. I told him I wanted to create and develop TV shows, especially comedy. He said that's what he wanted to do too. Then he'd take away my credits.
What did he throw at you?
A bowl of spaghetti, turkey meat, a computer, a phone.
Let's talk about the spaghetti. What did he tell you to do?
To go get people. But I needed to change my tampon. He yelled, "Yo girl," I said, "Do it now." Blood was dripping down my leg. I said, "I have to go change my tampon."
What did Mr. Combs do?
He threw his bowl of spaghetti at me, then said, "Get the f*** out of my house." He chased me out. I was barefoot. I hid in a bush, then to a hotel.
What did HR tell you?
That I was going to be suspended without pay. That's what Puff wanted.
Where were you when he threw a computer at you?
In a trailer. Swizz Beatz was there. The Wi-Fi was broken and I went to look into it. I came back and said they were working on it.
What did Mr. Combs do?
I said I should talk to Bill Gates if I had to. Then he threw his computer at my head. Hard. It just missed me. I ran and hid behind the luggage van.
How did you feel?
I wondered, what did I do to make him like this to me?
Did he hurt you?
Turks and Caicos and at the Revolt offices.
Where were you at Turks?
A hammock by my room. Puff dumped a bucket of ice on me, screaming. Then Puff took my phone. I didn't want him to see it. The team, we'd message about his moods. I didn't want him to see it. So I jumped on his back.
What did he do?
He threw me back into the pool.
And at Revolt TV?
He was using my phone and I didn't want him to see my message. Maybe I called him an asshole. I tried to get the phone back. He ran into the bathroom, then slammed the door on my arm. Repeatedly.
Injuries?
Bruises.
Did you see him later?
At the studio. He told me he sent all my compromising photos to him phone in case I had stuff on him. Kind of like a bullying joke.
How did you take it?
I had no photos, so I knew he was lying.
What are these?
My emails with Tony and Shannon. I said Puff took my iPhone. I don't know when I'll get it back. Tony asked what happened. I said, definitely an in-person story.
Why?
I wouldn't put violence in writing.
Who was Matt?
Puff's engineer. At one point we dated.
I have more.
Break.
They return after the break.
The sexual assaults, when did they occur?
When I was working for Puff.
Where was the first time?
The Plaza Hotel in New York for Puff's 40th birthday.
Were you his personal assistant?
Yes, I'd been there only a few months.
What rooms did Mr. Combs rent out?
The penthouse. Party guests and celebrities there.
What did Mr. Combs do?
He asked to speak to me in the kitchen.
What did he do?
He had everyone else clear the room.
What did he say?
That we're going to be working closer together. He poured Yus 2 shots of vodka each for his birthday.
What did you do with the shot?
I took them. They hit me hard. Usually I could take it, easily. My eyes couldn't focus. His face was close. He put his arm up the side of my dress. And he kissed me.
Did you want him to?
No.
Were you able to say no?
I was shocked. I froze. I didn't process what was happening. Next thing I knew, it was morning, and I was in a chair in the penthouse.
How had you looked at him?
Like an older adult. He was the boss or the king.
What were your expectations?
I thought it would never happen again. A huge accident.
Were there other times he made you feel uncomfortable sexually?
Yes, I had to carry bags to his room. Downstairs was Uncle Polly.
What did he say to you?
Objection.
Grounds.
Hearsay.
For the effect.
Overruled.
I brought the bags. He asked me to pull up something on his computer. He came and sat next to me, leaned over me as if to put his face in the computer, like in an uncomfortable way.
How did you feel?
I pretended I had to go to the bathroom.
Where were you the next time Mr. Combs sexually assaulted you?
The Beverly Grove house. I was asleep on the bottom bunk. I wasn't allowed to lock the door. I woke up. There was the weight of a person on me.
Who?
Puff. It was so fast. He used one hand to get his pants undone. He put himself inside of me.
You mean his penis inside of you?
I just froze.
How did you feel?
Terrified and confused and ashamed and scared.
How long?
Very quick.
But it felt like forever. But he wouldn't leave a job unfinished.
Is that when it would end?
Yes,
The next time?
the Beverly Crest house. I was on his bedroom closet floor putting things in a bag. Then Puff was in the closet. He had his, penis out, and he grabbed my head and put it in.
Mr. Combs took his penis out and put it in your mouth.
Yes, I was frozen. I didn't do anything. I just,
At this point, Mia began to sob in the courtroom.
How did you feel?
like trash, scared and ashamed.
How long did it last?
It was very fast.
Were there other sexual assaults?
Yes, I have a dark feeling. One time we were flying on a private jet. Everyone was asleep. By the bathroom there was a bed. I went by and he was standing right there. I tried to make it about other people who might see or hear. It didn't work.
How did you feel?
Helpless. I had lost some layer of protection. I wasn't safe. Terrified.
Do you remember what happened?
No.
Was Cassie ever there?
No.
Did you ever want these sexual acts with Mr. Combs?
No.
Did you ever tell him no?
I couldn't tell him no about a sandwich or anything. Then he would know that I thought what he was doing was wrong. I didn't want to lose everything I'd worked so hard for. This was the only world I had anymore.
What would happen to your job?
I would never work in that industry again.
And physically?
That I'd be attacked. I don't want to die. He'd threatened that he would tell Cass that I had something to do with it.
How did you feel?
Desperate and trapped. Worst scary situation. I would have done anything. It was my fault.
Did you tell anyone?
No, I was going to die with this. I would be humiliated, never work again.
And who would do these things?
Puff and all this people. This was way before social media and the Me Too movement. There was this confidentiality.
Did others speak up?
Kayla Faulkner.
How did you hear?
I heard there was an urgent call among film people.
What did you hear?
Lay some context.
Who was on the call?
High-ranking C-suite executives.
What were you told?
If she sued, I'd have to testify. I was supposed to say she was drinking and punched me, and that's why she was fired.
Was that why?
No, it was because she complained.
When else were you told you'd have to testify?
After Capricorn Clark.
Did you have to testify?
No,
Why didn't you go to the police about Mr. Combs sexually harassing you?
I didn't even consider it.
Did you have experience with police?
Yes, I was speeding. I hadn't had time to get my license renewed. It was the only time I name-dropped. I told her who I worked for, and she said, "Get him on the phone." I did, and she laughed. "Oh, Puff Daddy, I love you."
Did you get a ticket?
No,
Why didn't you tell us at first about the sexual assaults?
it's the most shameful thing of my life.
Did you get a lawyer for this testimony?
Yes,
Did you speak about these sexual assaults before or after you get the lawyer?
after.
Do you want to be talking about these sexual assaults?
No, it's traumatizing.
Why are you here today?
Ms. Smizer, you've asked that.
We could break here.
Jurors, we'll see you tomorrow.
The jurors leave the court.
The government sent us a letter at 11 p.m. last night about changes to their direct case, with fewer witnesses. It might make our case longer.
That's vague.
I still see the 4th of July.
Adjourned.
The trial ends for the day. Mia's testimony resumes the following day on May 30th, 2025.
All rise. Ms. Smizer, you may proceed.
Did you call the other employees' family?
Yes, I was surrounded by them, and everyone referred to each other that way.
You dated an employee?
Yes, Matt the sound engineer.
Were you and Matt able to hang out together, normally?
No, we had an apartment together in New York, but we were rarely there at the same time.
Why did you go to South Africa?
Puff told me to accompany Cassie. She was shooting movie.
What happened there?
Cass had caught Puff cheating on her with Gina. She was devastated.
What were her interactions with Mr. Combs?
They were on the phone. He is in Miami. Then she stopped answering the calls.
I'll read the blue messages. KK, Ms. Coram, and you read the gray. That's you. She wrote, PD wants to talk to you. Who's that?
Puff.
Audio call not completed?
I wasn't answering the calls, but I spoke with Puff. He threatened to kill me.
What else did he threaten you with?
He said he was firing me. He said I had to leave and fly back. And he threatened to kill me.
Ms. Croram wrote, I need to talk to her. Not sure what to do. He needs you to call him now, or you don't have a job. How did it make you feel?
Desperate, terrified, and really, really sad.
Did you answer KK's calls?
No, I texted back that I had been asleep. It sucks to wake up to this every morning. I'm being shit on from all sides. I'm in a fucked up spot.
And what was KK answer?
She wrote, "Can you call me what you get a chance?" I wrote, "I'm having anxiety attacks and night fears."
About who?
Puff.
Who are these WhatsApps with?
Puff. I screenshot them. I've had other phones since.
What did Mr. Combs write?
"If you don't call me in 2 minutes, I'm gonna tell everything. You're fire. Fuck ABC and their lawyers. Let's go to war."
What do you think he meant by tell everything?
He'd tell Cassie about the sexual assault.
What do you think he meant by ABC?
I had written a show based on my life as, an assist. It hit the press, the most I ever got. He was threatening to take that away.
Did the show ever air?
No.
What did he write now?
"Call me now. Call me now. Now then. Don't ever call me again." I wrote back that I'd been asleep.
Is that the end of the screenshots?
Yes.
What's this?
My email to Puff, then to KK.
What did you write?
"I'm really sorry, Puff. You know I love you, smiley face. I paid for my own flight. It will cost to change it. I'm sorry to ask for the money. I'm sorry. I want to make sure you are good. At the end of the day, regardless, I love you."
Why did you send this?
He told me to return. Then he told me to stay. I couldn't afford the change fees. I told him, "CC says she really need me right now, but of course I'll do whatever you want. I love you."
Who is CC?
Cass.
Why did you write that?
Because I worked for him. To him, that's all that mattered.
Why did you CC Miss Coram?
Because I needed an answer. I was in limbo.
When you got back from South Africa, where did you work?
The office in LA.
Did you have less access to Mr. Combs?
Much less.
Did it make you jobs easier or harder?
It made it almost impossible. I needed his okay for everything, but I couldn't get any responses from him.
How did it make you feel?
Defeated.
What is this?
A note for HR to me.
What was the date?
March 31st, 2011.
Ms. Smizer, can we take the document down? I think it needs further redaction.
What was happening?
I was suspended without pay.
What had happened?
He came in and didn't see I have laid all the options out. He started ranting. I tried to point to the other options.
Who was this with?
James Cruz. He worked for Puff in like a managerial role. He asked for tickets. I wrote back, "Puff is currently firing me right now." He wrote back, "LOL." I wrote back, "No, seriously, sad face."
What is this?
Email D-Rock to me, March 25th, 2011.
D-Rock asked, what happened?
I wrote, "He went batshit crazy about his shirt."
Where was Puff?
With D-Rock going to the doctor and some other errands. I asked D-Rock to give me a heads up before they came back, so I could be out of the way.
What did HR tell you?
Puff wanted me suspended without pay, and I was...
Mia, does this memo document the reasons you were suspended?
No, HR told me Puff said I was being insubordinate.
Did you get other documents like this from HR?
Yes.
How did they make you feel?
So sad that I did something wrong.
Did you continue working for Mr. Combs?
Yes.
Did you feel you could leave your job?
That wasn't a thought. I had tried to run away before and it didn't work.
Did you feel you could get other jobs?
Oh no, he would have made sure. I was scared of him.
When did you try to run away from your job? New Year's, 2010 to 2011. Where were you?
St. Bart's.
Who was there?
Me, Puff, Kim, the kids, some others.
Where did you stay?
A yacht that Puff chartered.
What did Mr. Combs ask you to do?
To count the money in the safe. He yelled I was counting too slow. He chased me out and told me, "You better learn to walk on water like Jesus, bitch. Get the fuck out of here."
Whose job was it to count?
Security. I asked the crew to take me to land. But it was a hurricane or something. I hid on the 3rd floor.
Who spoke to you?
Kim. She tried to console me and said, "Don't worry about it. I saw Puff coming toward me." I ran and hid in the crew cabin.
Did the crew take you to land in a tender boat?
Yes. But then they got a call I had to come back.
Were you able to leave the country?
Number my passport was on the boat. Puff's staff had it.
Did you go back to the boat?
Yeah. I was told to get in the car, to go on the plane to Vegas with Puff.
In the car, could you hear Puff's call?
He was telling his chief of staff I needed to be suspended, making up a story. I didn't get to finish. He yelled, "Shut the fuck up."
You left Mr. Combs' companies in 2017.
Yes. I spoke with Brian Offit. We were editing the Bad Boy documentary. I was producing that.
What did Brian tell me?
That Mr. Combs wanted to end Revolt Films. The company was going away.
How did you feel?
I think I saw snot coming out of my nose for a while. I was worried. I had been told Revolt Films was the only company that had made money that year.
How did you feel?
That I had done something wrong.
What did Brian Offit say?
That they would work out severance. But it was the holidays.
Did you speak to anyone else?
KK. I had a little bit of time to horrifically process what had happened. KK said, "You're still working on the documentary."
Did you?
Yes, until March or April.
What did you do after it?
Cried myself to sleep. I ignored all the calls.
Did you have conversations with Cassie after?
I could never tell who was with or without Puff, so I didn't respond. KK said Puff couldn't believe I would go against him. I had gotten an employment attorney. KK said Puff couldn't believe it.
Did you get paid?
After 9 months, my attorney proposed a mediation. They asked for like $10 million.
Who came up with that figure?
My lawyers.
Did you bring up the violent incidents?
A few of them. I feel that I was doing something horrible. I was breaking the idea of confidentiality. Telling secrets. I felt wrong and shameful.
Did you bring up the sexual assaults?
Oh no, I was gonna die with that.
How much did you receive?
$200,000? My lawyers got that much too.
What was it for?
Bonuses I hadn't been paid, and out of pocket.
Would you return the money to have this never have happened?
Objection!
Overruled.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have any other lawsuits against Mr. Combs?
No.
Did you contact Mr. Combs again?
When Kim died, and when Andre Harrell died.
Did you tell him you loved him in these messages?
Yes, that's how I would speak to him.
Are you aware of Cassie's lawsuit?
Yes, November 2023.
Have you spoken with Cassie since the suit?
Yes. We talk a lot, then not. We both hide from our phones in the depression thing, then a few days ago. Just personal stuff and I love yous.
Did you speak about your testimonies?
Oh, no.
After the suit in November 2023, did anyone contact you?
Yes, D-Rock, he was like my big brother.
He said, "How are you?" What did you respose?
D-Rock!
Why all the exclamation points?
'Cause I love exclamation points and D-Rock. I understood R-Doc was no longer with Puff. He and his wife had a restaurant in the Poconos.
He wrote, "I'm about to call you." What date?
November 30th, 2023.
Did D-Rock call you?
Yes.
What happened on that call?
Objection!
Ask again.
What did he say?
Overruled.
He started with personal stuff. Then he said, "The news is crazy, it wasn't like that, it was normal fighting."
Was it?
Absolutely not. D-Rock said, "Puff misses you." He implied everyone agreed. I immediately thought, oh my god.
Objection!
Ground.
Non-responsive.
Sidebar.
They return after a short sidebar.
Where did D-Rock say he was?
That he'd just landed in Miami. He was going to be at Puff's. He was going to take care of Christian. D-Rock said maybe you could say something.
How did you respond?
I pretended I'd talk to Puff.
Did you want to?
No, I was scared. He called me right after D-Rock.
How did you react?
I threw my phone behind the couch and ran out.
Why?
It was just so triggering.
Did you hear from D-Rock again?
Yes.
What did D-Rock write?
That your boy doesn't want you to do anything, just to talk. I didn't want to. I just wanted it to go away.
What then did D-Rock write to you?
He wrote, "I can't believe you're not hitting me back." It was February 22nd, 2024. I knew he wouldn't stop. So I wrote back. I was scuba diving all day and didn't have my phone on the boat.
Was that true?
No, I told D-Rock I called Puff, but there was no answer. I wanted to play neutral.
D-Rock asked, "How can I send you something?" What did you think he meant?
Money. I said no, I'm always ready to help y'all out.
He wrote, "I'm allowed to send my sister a gift." Did he?
No.
What did you think D-Rock was trying to do?
Find out for Puff if I was a threat.
Did Mr. Combs text you in February 2024?
Yes. He said, "Call me when you have 10 minutes, love."
And this one, February 7th, 2024?
He said I need my memory jogged.
Did you respond?
No, I didn't want anything to do with him. He was the person I was traumatized by. I knew that this was a front.
Was this the last message?
I think so. I got some...
Objection!
Sustained.
Do you work now?
No, I suffer from complex PTSD.
Sidebar.
There is a short sidebar.
What are your symptoms?
Misinterpreting emails. Someone calls my name from across the room. All the feelings of getting in trouble come flooding back. I triple guess myself.
Who caused it?
Puff.
Break.
They return after the break.
Mr. Steele, You can put the binders on the jurors' chairs. Ms. Smizer, do you have objections?
There, in exhibit, we are requesting hearsay redactions to. We can hash it out.
Put the binders on the chairs. All rise. Cross-examination.
Because of Sean Combs, you suffer a great deal, right?
Right.
Just seeing him call your number made you through your phone, true?
True.
He made you do things that are unthinkable.
Yes.
Making you sleep in a room with a lock and coming in and violating you in the most unthinkable way, true?
True.
You said that Sean Combs' conduct was the worst thing that ever happened to you, right?
Yes.
Look at the notebook. I moved for admission of 1702 to 1710.
These are under seal.
Whatever the court says, we have redacted versions. Mia, this is a social media post by you in 2013?
Yes.
It's your personal account? This is what you're doing?
Yes, my personal account.
You wrote, "This is what we do when you are not around. I am Diddy Sirach," right?
Yes.
You tagged him years after you say he raped you?
Yes.
This is July 4th, 2013. Whose hands are those?
Cass and me.
You wrote rich as f*** and CC. Who is CC?
Cass.
What does CC stand for?
It's just a nickname.
Have you heard Cassie Combs?
Oh, that makes sense.
Here you say he got coffee for you, though, in Forbes list?
Yes.
You say he made you take drugs against you will at Burning Man, but you post about it?
Right.
You posted a picture with him, a man terrorizing you?
Yes.
And this video depicting Mr. Combs' doctor delivering your baby?
It was a funny video. I was proud to be in it.
Mr. Combs' birthday is significant to you, too. You did 2 shots with him, right?
Yes.
Alcohol overcame you, right?
Yes.
You believe you were drugged?
I didn't say that.
A person you really don't know put his mouth on your mouth without your permission, right?
Yes.
His hands up your dress and onto your person, remember that? It was paralyzing?
Yes.
You wake up in a chair, you told the jury that?
I did.
But this message, and this one, another same-day posting, the anniversary of you being sexually assaulted by Sean Combs according to your testimony?
I don't celebrated it as the anniversary of that, but his birthday.
What did you write?
Thank you for giving me an extended family for life. You're f***ing funny. I love you.
You're in a tutu next to Mr. Combs, right?
Yes.
He's holding his private part in his hand?
I guess so.
You were proud of Mr. Sean Combs?
Of course you'd post the great times.
You wrote extended family for life. You are forever one of my great fans. This about the man who traumatized you?
I wrote that.
Who is your mentor and brother you are writing about?
Puff.
You did a collage. A lot of them are you and Mr. Combs. You picked out the thumbnails, right?
Right.
What did you write?
Who let me have my hair like that?
You are with Mr. Combs, right?
Yes.
Here you say, look, Ma, I'm in a billboard in Times Square, right?
It's a play on My Name is in Lights.
And this photo?
Me and Cass going to Istanbul.
Did Mr. Combs have to approve both of you going on that trip?
Absolutely.
This photo?
We are in the Sprinter van on the way to Cass's club appearance.
Where are you in this one?
The W Hotel in Istanbul.
What did you write here?
About Muhammad Ali's birthday with Puff. I took the photo.
You took one photo.
I'm sure I took multiple, but this was the best one.
This is November 4th, 5 years after you were sexually assaulted?
Yes.
What did you write?
Thank you for being my friend. Hashtag happy birthday. Diddy. Hashtag I'm so hot. I'm throwing panties at myself.
And you have Mr. Combs shirtless in 2 of the pictures?
He's always shirtless.
Mia, you have said you were sexually assaulted so many times you can't remember.
Objection. Misstates the testimony.
Sustained.
Have you met with the prosecutors?
Yes.
More than 27 times?
I don't know the number.
Do you remember telling you don't remember how many times you were sexually assaulted?
I don't know if I phrased it that way.
This has ruined you, right? You are broken, yes?
The sexual abuse was part of the way he ruined me, yes.
You wrote, thank you for being the good kind of crazy inspiring me every day.
I don't think people wrote bad stuff about their life on Instagram back then.
Why'd you promote it?
It was my job to promote. It was a cycle of ups and downs. When he was calling me his best friend, I wasn't afraid of him.
You weren't afraid of the man who stole your innocence?
Objection.
Overruled.
You have family?
Parents, a sister.
And friends?
Time frame.
When you posted this, you still had friend?
I had no sounding board. I had to get permission to go to my grandfather's funeral.
The jury was an email with D-Rock. You could express yourself, right?
I reached out to him.
What's this?
My friends at Funny or Die, I'm in the video.
What did you write?
You know, you are a celebrity when you are spraying champagne at Funny or Die.
What is this?
My birthday post for Justin, Puff's son.
And this one?
Sirach promo, hashtag.
You are in it with Mr. Combs?
Yes.
Do you ever say anything that Mr. Combs violated you?
Never.
Here?
Puff and Jimmy Iovine, legends.
He's traumatized you?
Yes.
You wrote.
Watch Puff tonight on Fuse today. I convinced him to make a door on his TV set and call it the Diddy door.
You post a picture of the person who has ruined your life?
And my boss.
Who made you post this?
No one.
How do you forget about waking up with a man on top, having his way with you?
I was in fear of upsetting him. The moments other than when we were best friends.
How are you best friends with a man you say to you?
Ask my therapist.
What did you write?
Off patron, with a photo of Puff dancing with his tequila.
And in this photo, Mr. Combs is close to you?
Yes.
You are producing the show?
Funny or Die did it. But I was getting producer credits.
Can we get a sidebar?
We'll give the jurors their lunch break. We'll stay and hash it out. All rise.
The jurors and Mia exit the courtroom.
Miss Smizer?
The witness has not burdened to bring forth evidence to support her claims. It is our burden.
Mr. Steele, you'll have to ask. Does she have texts or emails or something she'd have knowledge of?
Understood.
Okay, break.
They return after the break.
Ms. Smizer, anything?
They just gave us a video they say they intend to use, in violation of the court's order.
Mr. Steele?
It is a very short video, a happy birthday to Mr. Combs in 2014. It shows her demeanor.
It's cumulative. Why wasn't it turned over earlier?
I only got it last night. It's video and audio. The court should know I gave over impeachment days ago. I don't do that. I know the court doesn't know me.
How long?
8 seconds.
No, it's 20 seconds. And they gave us the exhibits before and after this one. 1749 and 1751. I don't know why they withheld this one.
I don't understand what you just say. When did you decide to use it?
Yesterday.
1750 is excluded.
I understand it's 30 seconds. It shows her different than how she's presented herself here.
When was it marked with a number?
I don't know, we had to redact it.
When did the defense team review it?
Yesterday.
Why was it not reviewed?
We didn't even think of it until we saw how she presented herself.
How is that possible?
Let me try.
The court's order said you have to establish good cause. That's why I'm asking. No. We cannot have multiple lawyers speaking on the same issue. You can ask her, did you send this video? If she says yes, it's not impeachment.
I saw it yesterday. Her effect on the stand might be an act. We had to talk with our client. We think the witness affect is false. I think someone has determined who she is and sent us the video.
Take 5 minutes and confer, then answer on why there is good cause. If someone sent to you at 1 a.m.
Can we just email everyone our position?
Sure.
Some people on the internet think they have figured out who Mia is. We got this video also from random people on the internet. We don't think this was ever posted on her social media. It was on some random website. Should we show it to you?
The video is shown, but not on the public screen.
They waited until the direct was over.
When did the defense see it?
Yesterday.
When was it marked at 1750?
I don't know.
The video is precluded. After the number of social media posts the defense has used, it is cumulative. The defense's theory, dubious.
Can I ask if she sent it?
Yes.
I'm going to ask about scrapbooks. The prosecutor and I have disagreement. I have 3 copies, one for the jurors to pass around. The honorable prosecutor and I disagree.
You can give it to them for a couple of minutes. Bring Mia back, then the jury.
The witness and the jury enter the courtroom.
What is the Breakfast Club?
The name of our camp. Puff's friends group still partying at breakfast. I was invited in once.
This message from South Africa you pounded # this Diddy fan club?
Yes, it was run by a girl who shamelessly promoted Puff. She was so sweet.
He supposedly drugged and raped you on his birthday, November 4th. How did you not mark that?
I wanted to forget it. I pushed it down.
Are you finished?
Yes.
You put aside you say you saw Mr. Combs abuse your sister, your best friend, Cassie. You put it aside and post this?
Yes.
You wrote this?
Puff at iHeart.
What are you doing here?
Promoting Puff's appearance on Blackish. It's a comedy show.
Were you aware of the #MeToo movement? That was a great movement.
Yes.
What are these?
Me and Puff at Burning Man, then on Blackish.
You loved Ms. Ventura? You meant every word on your social media account?
I didn't mean every word on my account. But I do love Cass.
What's this?
A pop-up shop for D-Rock's brand, Invisible Bully.
You promoted Mr. Combs?
Yes.
You're saying this is not the way you felt?
Objection. Argumentative.
Sustained.
How about that you are the best unicorn rock star alien?
I was trying to say it unique.
Who are the people in this photo?
Mama Combs, Christian, D-Rock, Fahim, Tron.
During these IDs, Combs whispers to Agnifilo.
You worked through March of 2017.
It was confusing.
On December 6th, 2016, you were notified?
I was getting mixed messages.
What was this?
I was promoting the Bad Boy reunion tour. I was doing the documentary on.
I'm going to show you something. DX 1700.
I remember this.
You did this?
It was nice of me.
You made this and give it to Mr. Combs?
Yes,
What did you write at the top?
Puff. Sometimes life goes by at catastrophic speed. I hope on this day, I hope you can sit back and consider, I made this book of articles from 1991 to now.
Did you mean those words?
Yes. He'd said to me, I used to look at the world the way you do, but now that I've done everything. It was sad.
The man you say has ruined your life?
I can tell you what my therapist has said.
How could you do this?
It's called psychological abuse. No one did anything.
What could be more terrible?
Objection.
Sustained.
There are textbooks out there. It's called an abusive relationship.
But you are not dating Mr. Combs.
Abusive relationships are not limited to that. There were no streaming documentaries about this. No one flinched at his behavior.
Sidebar.
They return after a short sidebar.
Where is it that you confronted him and said, you have violated me sexually or otherwise, and he said, I need your help?
Objection.
Overruled.
After St. Bart's, I confronted him about his behavior. Not the other thing.
You told Cassie she's a superstar and should get the money?
I don't remember that.
Aren't you lying about Mr. Combs' misbehavior?
I have not lied to anyone at all.
Isn't it true it did not happen as many times as you just said?
Everything I said in this courtroom is true.
Why did you make him the scrapbook?
You could talk to an expert about sexual assault.
Could we hand the scrapbook to the jurors?
Take a brief look for a couple minutes.
The scrapbook is passed around.
Mia, let me ask you, how did you make this scrapbook?
I researched and reached out for archives.
Archives in a library?
In his company.
But you did all the work?
I did.
Did you make Mr. Combs a birthday video?
I put one together. I asked people if they wanted to send in a video.
I want to ask you about last 4 digits.
He begins reading the digits out.
Objection.
Just ask her if she recognizes her number.
I do.
Let's read these messages. I'll be KK.
My life is over. I might as well.
Call me back or I'm calling your parents.
Fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm with Laura Gomez.
I'm not going to say it. Fucking tell you. You are.
The pain hurts so fucking bad.
Who is Laura Gomez?
She was in HR at Combs Enterprises.
You start, I'm going to kill myself. My life is over.
Yes.
You could have quit.
I didn't see it that way.
Why?
There's a pretty long psychological explanation. I was around them 24 hours a day. This is all I knew.
Why weren't you happy to be severed? Isn't this great?
Not then.
Your Honor.
We'll let the jury go for the weekend. Don't read anything about the case. Have your notification turned off. All rise for the jury. Mia, we'll see you Monday.
Mia leaves the courtroom.
What is the authenticity of this last exhibit?
We got it from the government.
But it's in different format, with an unknown number.
Mr. Steele suggested that the green boxes are Ms. Coram, but there's an unknown person.
It's KK. We spoke with Ms. Corum's counsel. We had to put it into another format. Theirs crashes our computer.
Mia said that number was Ms. Coram. You can explore on redirect.
Mia's affected yesterday. Maybe it was real. May it was not. We have a right.
If you're using the exhibit as impeachment, tell me. I can't read your mind.
We're trying to be courteous and move the trial along, but she says she has PTSD.
We'd have 403 objection 2.
We can write a letter on this over the weekend.
It's a 20-second happy birthday video. For the good of the order, maybe the parties can come up with an order.
Next witnesses are Enrique Santos, then Eddie Garcia, who I understand will invoke the Fifth Amendment. We can immunize at 8:55 a.m. Then a hotel custodian. We'll email a list. They have applied for Rule 17 subpoenas. We want to opposed by Sunday night. Ms. Ventura's counsel is out of the country.
If he runs out of minutes, can he get more?
I can order relief if warranted. Adjourned.
Week 3 of the trial has ended,